What up? What up? This is the Generators Podcast with your boy Derek the Dude. We're here with In Between Productions, which means Frankie's here.
Hi.
Matthew's here behind the camera, the ones and twos, doing all that funky shit. And our friend, It's Casey Time, is halfway across the globe, enjoying some kangaroo
down under.
skewers.
In Australia. Yeah.
Throw some strips on the bobby, mate. He's doing some wild shit out there. My man is living life.
Yeah.
And he left me here in Austin, Texas, but I'm okay with that because love Texas, love my city, love my state. Been here almost my whole life, so
Yeah, man. It's a great city.
Gotta rep
I
on.
know. Why would you leave?
What? There's a couple reasons. Because it costs too fucking much is number one.
It costs a lot, but I think getting to Australia might cost a lot as well.
Oh, yeah. Australia. And then, you know what? I'm going to let the viewers in on a little secret. My man's going to Hawaii after he goes to Australia. The dude is living the life. I don't know if it's because he's on the run with these Diddy accusations and he just can't get caught by the popo.
It's probably.
Or he's just trying to, have some fun in his life. I don't know.
So he and I were talking about this a little bit. So he is going, literally from a time zone perspective, going all the way over to Australia, which is 15 hours ahead of us.
Right.
And then in 2 weeks, he goes to Hawaii, which is 5 hours behind us. So he's I was talking to him. I was like, what are you doing, dude?
He's putting himself in the blender, but it's a tropical blender. You know what I'm saying? He's enjoying his life. He's having fun. He's going places I've never been as of yet. We'll see where life takes me, but I'm excited for him. He sent us a video. We'll get to that here in a minute. But today it's going to be me and Frankie on the camera, and we'll splice in this beautiful man. It's Casey Time every once in a while with his stupid opinions or his great opinions. We don't know yet. We're going to watch the video together today, and we're going to react.
Yeah.
He has opinions. We know that, and that's the boy though. He's the homie. He's the friend. So we do that. One thing we also do every single week is we make picks. We make betting picks. It's called HGH.
Yep.
Make picks with our heads, our guts, and our hearts. It's things we want. It's things we think will happen. It's things we really, have that intuition will happen. It's things we really, really, really want to happen deep down. That's how he describes it. Everybody's body's different, so I say throw it to the wind. But what realistically this week we tied. I went 1-2. He went 1-2. Yeah. We can talk about that later.
Rarely happens. I mean, usually
it really happens
winning.
that he's even in my stratosphere.
Right.
True.
I think I had something to do with that. Now that I'm on this week, I kind of think that led to the tie.
Okay. Do you think the tide's turning, though? Do you think that next week his picks will be better than mine for the first time in 5 weeks?
Well, yeah. I mean, he's gone for a month.
Well,
So I think because of that, now my, aura.
Is that the word we're using? The aura? This man shows up on camera and uses aura within 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And he has the button. You see the button undone right there with the taco meat hanging out? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm Italian, so I gotta let this loose, baby.
Yeah. I'm walking here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. In the first 5 minutes of the show, I've done an Australian and Italian accent.
It's awesome.
So
I can't wait for the next one. It's going to be sick. But this week we tied. We really don't tie. I've been whooping his ass. He went 0-3 a couple weeks. He went 1-2. I went 3-0. But this week we both went 1-2. Yeah. My big L was, actually, It's Casey Time was right. Mm-hmm. The Panthers. What do you know about the Panthers? You know anything about the Panthers?
They are a large
the Carolina
cat.
Panthers. It is a large cat, and they're typically black.
Yes.
They're the mascot of the Carolina football team, who employs Bryce Young. Do you know who Bryce Young is? Have you heard that name?
I've heard the name. Yeah,
he knows the name. Well, he got benched this week. Okay. He was drafted number 1 by the Panthers last year. He got benched this week for Andy Dalton, the Red Rocket, and I thought the Raiders were going to show up. And they didn't. They got burned by the Red Rocket. So my HGH went down. We can get into that later. I'm sure he'll talk some shit about it. Yeah. He's always chirping something. So, but yes, because we tied, that means our HGH pack that we normally win and we would get to rip and I get to take home and flaunt in front of his face every day goes to one of our followers on IG.
Hey.
That's how it works. When we tie, we don't kiss our sister. That's kind of weird. We give you a free pack. That's what we do.
Why would you kiss your sister?
Have you never watched The Sandlot? Or any other show where they say a tie is like kissing your sister?
I have.
Why would you kiss your sister? We live in Texas. People make out with their cousins, make babies.
That's
Alabama.
Weird. That's more of an Alabama thing, I think.
We're in the South too, brother, man.
But
we're out here.
Yeah. Okay, fair.
Just know it happens, okay?
Yeah.
Just know it happens. But we tied, and we did the random. myself, Frankie, and Matthew saw it. So there's all 3 eyes on it. And someone on Instagram named GT Collectibles. It looks like he's from the Jersey area. From Jersey.
From the Jersey.
There you go. There's another accent. Look, it's number 3.
I know.
We're keeping
We'll round it out. We'll finish with 5 accents by the time the episode
over under at 6.5 right now. 6.5. Over under at 6.5. Yes. Okay. So he could blow through that number. We don't know yet. We're all here having a great time. We're missing its Casey time, but we're trying to get through it. So, we might be sipping a little bit, and his numbers might go up. Frankie might put up a historic game today with, just accents, and hopefully we see some imitation type shit, We'll see. But GT Collectibles, what's not going to be imitated is the cards we pull for you here in this pack. We ran a duck race. We have a couple bonus packs in our box. Whoever wins HGH gets those. Since you won, we ran the duck race. The Plain Jane duck won, which is its Casey time's favorite. The dumbest duck there is on the duck race. But that means you win the Bowman U Chrome pack, which I'm about to open for you.
Hell yeah.
We're going to rip it. Good luck. We're looking for, Bryce Young. Our man is on the cover. We were just showing that. But we're looking for C.J. Stroud and Anthony Richardson. And Matt knows a lot more college players than I do. Yeah. As referenced by last week.
I do know the C.J. Stroud name.
Dude.
I got to be honest. Beast. Most of my sports intellect comes from this show.
I see a name. I already see a name. Yeah, that's... For the record, Frankie might not be the most sports ball kind of guy.
I don't. You could tell me that Babe Ruth is alive and started playing again for the Astros, and I would probably believe you. I don't know.
For the Astros, that'd be kind of sick. Babe Ruth, if you are alive again.
If you are alive.
Please come to the Astros. We need you. Jordan. We'll get to it later. Kind of got hurt, but hopefully it's not anything. Anyways, first pack, we have a fucking Texas Longhorn. And I'm excited for that. Hook him.
Yeah.
Hook him, baby. All right. His name is Aguiye Hall, number 15. He's a wide receiver. Don't know much about the guy, but he's a first Bowman, so it's a cool pack. It's a cool card. We have a next one is Eric Gilbert of Georgia. He's a tight end. It's a hollow. Oh, the next one. I'm not sure if I want to pull the next one.
Why? What's the next one?
If you watch this show and you watched last week or you watched maybe week 1 or 2, I talk about Tua turn the ball over. There's a clip out there letting you know how I feel about him and his.
I actually I edited that clip.
Oh, I saw it, and I thought it was beautiful. It was beautifully edited. But his brother, Taulia Tundaballova, plays for Maryland. Or played for Maryland.
His name is Taulia.
Taulia. Lia. What does that mean? How do you pronounce that?
Damn, I don't.
Taulia. That's what I would think, but that was Italian. Crazy. That was horrible. He is from, or they're from Hawaii, obviously, because that's where Tua is from. I'm a fucking idiot.
Quarterback for the Hamilton Tiger Cats of the Canadian football.
Yes, he has graduated college and gone on to not play in the NFL. So that card's cool, though, because he's a turn the ball over. Yep. But the next card is actually pretty lit. Last week, we gave our Degen of the Week to Seti Rax, a fan who drank mayo coffee. Our boy, Seti Rax, fan of the show, friend of the show, drank mayo coffee because he's a big fan of the Titans and they have a quarterback named Will Levis. Well, here's that man right there. That guy drinks mayo coffee. How hard is it? Because Matthew said he can't finish watching it. I watched all of it multiple times. It was funny to me.
It was a good video. That was a hard.
The mayo didn't break up, and it was just like, come on.
No, it was chunks.
Yeah, and he didn't even bother. He just kept sipping.
And he really you didn't see a grimace. You saw there was some thought into it when he drank it, and he was like, "I could do it." It now makes me think he might be onto something.
That's a man's man right there, though. He says, "You know what? This guy tries it. Why can't I? It's like black coffee with a little mayo." And if you think about it, people putting butter bombs in their coffee. Yeah, it's butter. It's fat. Right. It's mayo. It's the same type of shit.
Your friends drop off a bridge. You're gonna do it too, right? Yeah, same thing.
First of all, I don't have friends. Second of all, they're too lazy to jump off of bridges.
I thought we
Third
were
of all, no, I'd watch, record it, monetize it, make money, and that'd be fine. We'd be okay with it.
Yeah, I mean that.
Yeah, if they told me in advance, why not? Let's get some angles out here.
Yeah, I mean,
are you allowing me? And they'll give me the consent, and I'll just monetize it and cash money on Live Leak.
Yeah, but I mean, if they jump off the bridge, do you need their consent afterwards?
No, but I get it before because it's 2024, and you do.
I mean. And
in Texas, Texas is a one-party recording state. Be all right.
Is it really?
Yeah, we don't want to tell that to the masses. We don't want to tell that to the masses. You do not need permission to record somebody in Texas. Shh. Other places you do. So that's probably not a great idea. Anyways, congratulations to GT Collectibles.
Congrats.
Shout out. Thank you for following us. Thank you for being part of the fam, part of the Degenerators. You're going to get that pack once you mail us or send us your address to the IG where you are. We'll tag you in a post here or a little thing we got going for you, and we'll sleeve up these cards and send them your way if need be.
All yours.
Congrats. Will Levis, drink some fucking mayo coffee, my guy.
Let me see that Will Levis.
Yeah, you can definitely touch that. Just don't put mayo on it, okay? Because he already did.
It's
pretty cool.
That's a cool card. Yeah. I again, my knowledge of this is like, Pokemon cards essentially, but that is
Pokemon cards are lit.
They are pretty lit, yeah.
If you don't like Pokemon cards, you don't like fun. And that leads us to our next segment. I think we're going to roll into our D-Gen of the week.
Yeah, the D-Gen of the week.
Woo! You see that sync up right there?
That was good, dude.
Hey, D-Gen of the week is big time this week. There was a lot of things happening in the sports world with D-Gens. A lot of people, interacting with us. We're trying to build our brand too.
Right.
But there was just something we couldn't ignore. And someone we could not ignore, this past weekend, realistically. I got a text from It's Casey time. I forgot when because the fucker's already traveling everywhere. And he's talking about, this and that time zone, this and that. But he sends me a text. He said, this person has to be D-Gen of the week. And I'd already read the article. And I was like, dude, that is what I wish my life was. So absolutely, I'm gonna give it up. Everybody, I want to slow clap real quick. Ready?
Matthew, you're out of sync.
He's out, but it's okay. He has headphones on. CJ fucking Abrams.
CJ Abrams,
the guy. Shout out to CJ Abrams, shortstop of the Washington Nationals. Last year a rookie. This year, all-star in the MLB, and most recently and most notably, honestly, his best award, D-Gen of the Week, episode 17 of the Degenerators.
Probably the most important one.
It has to be. This guy has to be so proud to earn this shit because he earned it. There's no question about it that he earned this. And this card is just a little sampler.
So what made him?
Oh, you don't know?
It? Like DJ,
you don't know?
I don't know anything about sports. I literally
CJ Abrams. If you know anything about baseball right now, it's the end of the season. So some teams are fighting for a playoff spot. Some teams know they're not going to make it.
Yeah, and Babe Ruth
plays for the Astros. Yep. Don't forget. James Moran, favorite player as well. So CJ Abrams plays for the Nationals. They don't really have a chance. They don't have a chance. They've been eliminated from a chance to make the playoffs. Okay. But he's still an up-and-coming player. He made the All-Star game this year. He had a little rough patch, and now he's been playing really well again. The team has been very solid for a young group of players. Yeah. Their pitching sucks, but their lineup is actually pretty decent. Well, CJ Abrams is on a rookie year contract, so I don't know what the guy gets paid. It's probably $600,000-$700,000, minimum for the rookies. I don't even know. I guess Frankie's gonna look it up. Yeah. But you gotta sometimes you just have to have a side gig, and I guess CJ Abrams has one.
$752K.
$752K is the minimum for a big league player. But it's your first year in the big leagues. You're traveling. You need to accommodate yourself. You need your trainer to come with you. You need somebody to make sure you're maintaining your nutrition. There's all sorts of stuff you pay for. So he had to go to the fucking casino. No, fuck the team. He went to the casino, CJ Abrams, and said, I need to double up. Like, it's getting close to the end of the year. I might not get checks throughout the summer. I need to make my money right now.
Yeah, you could put $400K down,
Oh, dude. He's just laying it down on black, on red, on green, on 00. He doesn't care. But he hits a heater, apparently. The man gets on a heater. And if you know DJing and gambling,
oh yeah,
you don't walk away from the table on a heater. No. You can't. You literally can't. And so the man stayed there. He's probably stayed on his heater. He rolled it out. He was good. He's leaving. He's ready for game day the next day. And all of a sudden, he gets a call from the team. Hey, come see us. Come see us. Why? Like, why do I want to come see you? What do we need to talk about? Like, I've just been playing baseball. So he goes into the manager's office like, what's up? Who's the manager? I think it's I forget his name. Don't give me that. You can look it up. Yeah, that's actually fine. Calls him into the office. Says, hey, we heard some things. You were at a casino. You were making money. Dave Martinez, old school manager. Says, we heard you were making money elsewhere. You had a little side gig. And she's like, so what? What's the big deal? I'm here. I'm ready to play. I'm ready to ball out. Oh. And Dave said, well, it was 5 a.m. when you left. And the game's at 1 p.m. So you got to go down to AAA. You are not on the team anymore. We're not going to tolerate that shit. And poor CJ, Degen of the week, I might add, which should add to his appeal. Right. Degen of the week was just trying to make money to feed his family and, gamble a little bit of it, but he was winning. So why wouldn't he stay? You stay on a heater, right? But then they decide to sit him down, an all-star. It doesn't make sense to me. So that's why I apologize for their actions, CJ.
Yeah, the decision to option Abrams to AAA Rochester will cost the player $18K.
He already made that back.
But his contract calls for a $752K salary while in the major leagues.
Yep, that's the minimum. So the man already made his made his nut, so to say. Maybe the season's over. He's cool. He could have got a little more stats,
but yeah, that does make me interested. What is his game? In the casino, I don't. Bro, is it blackjack or is it is he a hardcore
He's roulette.
You think he's roulette?
No, probably not. He's table games. He's blackjack. He's maybe a little, it's a little poker, a little high stakes in the back room.
I love, that'd be dope.
A little Texas Hold'em action.
But that makes sense. I mean, for the money that he's got, it's probably.
Dude, he's just trying to supplement. Who knows if he gets a check? I don't know how they get paid, if they get paid when they're not playing or not. He might have to go 3 months without a paycheck. And can he do that? We don't know. But now he can because he went out and gambled, even though you guys sent him down. So shame on you, Washington Nationals. Shame on you, Davey Martinez. The man was just trying to feed his fucking family.
Come on, Dave.
All right? He probably has a French Bulldog at home, and he needs to fucking make sure that thing is taken care of. And you're trying to step in the way of that, Dave.
Why a French Bulldog?
Because they're right now, they're the status of having money and buying from a breeder, which you shouldn't ever do. Go rescue your pets. Every time.
I do agree with that.
Rescue your pets.
Austin Pets Alive.
They're pretty good too.
We are not sponsored, but
no. Town Lake Animal Shelter is where I got my last dog, and she was the best dog I've ever seen ever.
What kind of dog?
She was a mutt. Her name was Ryder. She cost me $35 because it was half price on adoption day.
35.
Yeah, in October.
That's actually kind of
National Adoption Month, so they go to half price on National Adoption Month. I paid $35. All her shots. She was neutered. She came home. Right. She threw up a bunch of times in the truck on the way home. I went to show her to my mom at work because it was on the way home. Yeah. What did you do? Why did you get this dog? And I was like, yo, calm down. Calmate. She put her little hand through the little chain link fence, so she wanted me. All right, it was meant to be.
It's that look.
Oh, absolutely. After 2 days of total daddy depression, I was like, oh my god, she doesn't want to be here. This is horrible. She's trying to run away.
Right. She
was the best dog ever. It didn't matter. We were awesome, inseparable. Rest in peace to her. Ryder was the best dog ever, and I'll put that on my mama. So, and it happened. She crossed the Rainbow Bridge. I was there. We synced it.
Yeah.
We did it together. And we're at peace. But wrapping it all up, you don't kill a man's dog. You do not send CJ Abrams down just to fucking make money for his family. Maybe he wanted to feed his dog a little extra fresh pet, and it's expensive. So anyway, CJ Abrams, shout out Degen of the week. Shout out Degen of the week, CJ Abrams, and shame on you to the Nats. Yeah. But what we're about to do, because my man put a lot of time and effort into this. He's in his man cave. He's in the lab, as we call it. It's Casey time. Sent us a little video.
His lab.
It's the lab.
He's in the plane right now.
It is not an. Oh yeah, he's on the plane right this moment. But he was in the lab, recording his reactions and just kind of what was going on with him at the time. So we'll roll into that real quick, and I'll put it up here to the mic. Hopefully you can hear it. I'm gonna react. I'm gonna pause. This is where Matthew's gonna get taxed here. I'm gonna keep him going back and forth and working hard. But we're going to listen to his Casey time because he deserves to be here. I'm sad he's not here, but I'm happy he's somewhere better. Oh, I was all the way. Okay, we're going to 0 right now.
All right, y'all. What is good? I hope y'all don't lead off the podcast with this video. But
by the way, the video he filmed with Potato.
Still in Austin, as you can see, here at the lab.
We
are getting close to the halftime of the late games, so see most of the NFL action. I don't know if I can switch the. I can't switch.
He's switching it, but he filmed it in 240p, so it doesn't matter.
Video.
You'll see it.
I gotta be honest, I actually haven't listened.
I
haven't listened to this yet.
Soak it in. It's on high volume.
It looks like, as far as HGH goes, Derek and I
tied for
had a good chance to split it.
We did. And it went to GT Collectibles.
I am 0-2 right now, but just need the Chiefs to take home the dub tonight.
They did, thanks to the refs.
And to be 1-2, and Carolina's kind of smacking the Raiders right now.
We talked about it.
6.5 for the Raiders looks a little questionable. And your 1-1 right now.
He really wanted to win HGH, but he just can't do it. He really can't.
Hopefully that holds, so we can give a pack to the people.
We did.
Tie.
Well, we tie. GT Collectibles wins if we tie. Somebody. Okay. We're going to pause him there because he starts talking about some weird shit, and I don't want to talk about it. And then we go to, like, let's see, minute, I think, what was it, 210-ish? 209? Somewhere around there? I don't want to get too much.
No, 201.
I'm going to start at 208, though, just in case.
Okay. Be able to upload everything on time.
Yeah, we're uploading everything on time. Fuck you, Casey time.
Everybody's chaotic schedules.
Chaotic schedule. It's my mom's birthday.
As far as the show stuff,
shout out my mom.
I mean,
happy birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Love you.
I wrote down the Eagles-Saints was one of the weirdest games I have seen.
He didn't get to see the finish or at least comments on it.
It seemed like the offenses just weren't going. It was really bad luck for the Eagles that Devontae Smith got hurt.
Yep.
Bad luck.
Yeah, Devontae Smith was with A.J. Brown out. He was really their only passing option, so all they did was force the ball to Dallas Goedert, who ended up having 170 yards. It was big for my fantasy team, not to brag. But they ended up somehow getting the win over the Saints with like just kind of a skeleton squad. So that was sick. I mean, good for them.
Saints should have won.
Jalen Hurts.
It was a good game by the Eagles, I guess.
But Saquon did. Good God, Saquon was just absolutely going beast mode the whole game. I don't know what the hell happened to.
You're big pausing it at whatever time. 3:04.
3:04.
The Saint. You're a big fan of the Saints. Tell me why. Tell me why, Frankie. Maybe there's a reason.
There is a reason. So my cousin actually used to play for the Saints.
Ooh, who's your cousin, dude?
Ryan Griffin. He's
I knew it.
Yeah,
I already knew it. So
Ryan
Griffin. Shout out Ryan Griffin.
Shout out Ryan Griffin.
Because remember the card? Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. Casey Time got the sick ass Ryan Griffin card from my man Frankie. It was really cool, and that's when I learned they all related. So.
It's funny because I am 5'8" and this man is about 6'5". Yeah. There's the genetics really just don't make sense in this family.
They just missed you, huh?
Yeah, no, like I got every Italian part of the family except for I mean definitely that.
It's already known.
Except for the skin. I am basically just pale as shit. I got all the Irish skin.
Yeah, I would say you lean Irish. In your looks, you lean Irish.
Yeah, but then my cousin Ryan he got all this like crazy like height, this like Irish height. He's just tall as shit. And he just
slings the rock because he's an NFL QB.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so he was doing that for a while. Yeah,
Saints great team. They beat the shit out of my Cowboys last week, like absolute dog shit. Made Dak look how he is. It was like 40-something to 19, some stupid dumb shit. Yeah, like horrible. But this week they played the Eagles, who were motivated, and I was actually watching part of the game. Eagles Saints was ugly the first half. It was like 0-3. Like it was just ugly. There was no points being scored. Both defenses were really showing up. They were playing on turf, so Eagles were getting used to it. And they decided to lean into Saquon. You hear Casey Time talk about Saquon having a great game. They just lean into him. He runs the ball, pounds it over and over, like pounding the rock. Shout out Greg Popovich and the Spurs. If you don't know that reference, I don't know the reference. His famous in the early 2000s, his famous thing was just keep pounding that rock. Yeah. Like eventually you'll beat that shit out. Just keep pounding the rock, working hard, doing what you're supposed to do, and that's what they did.
I get that. I pound that rock every night. Yeah.
Yes. I'm sure you do pound that rock every night, and I feel bad for whoever's around, but. Oh my goodness. So they just did that. They won the game. They beat the Saints. The Saints have been on a tear. They started 2-0. Derek Carr was looking really, really good, but the Eagles seemed to find a little something on defense that might throw them off. So we'll see how they adjust the rest of the year. But shout out to Ryan Griffin.
Shout out Rye.
Yeah. Shout out Rye. And shout out all them Italians out there. We love you too. We'll keep rolling at 3:04.
Yeah, 3:04.
A couple 2-0 teams. The Buccaneers. Oh, what just happened?
Very
good touchdown. Nice. But I don't know what happened to the Buccaneers. I don't know what happened to the Texans. But I feel like with the Texans, it was just a 1 week anomaly. Maybe Sam Darnold's him.
All right, we're pausing at 3:21.
Yeah,
he might say something else.
That was a close game.
The Texans Vikings was a phenomenal game in my opinion.
I was looking at Texans Buccaneers.
Buccaneers
37-39.
That wasn't this year. Buccaneers.
What?
Yeah. Sorry, bud.
You're absolutely right.
I see you, brother.
I heard him talking about Texans Buccaneers.
So he split.
I got excited.
It was actually Buccaneers versus they played a team that they got beat by. Go if you look at the Buccaneers schedule, Baker Mayfield didn't show up. They didn't play a very good game, which they had the weeks before. Rashad White didn't do anything. I forgot who they played this week. They got beat though. Who did the Buccaneers play this week, this year, please, Frankie?
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at 2024.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, now I am. Yeah.
I know you don't know sports,
Okay,
but you know the years or what? How the calendar works?
Broncos. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's right. Bo Nix, rookie quarterback, who's like 24, 23, probably from Oregon, and a lot of other schools before that, Ole Miss and some other things, went down and beat the Buccaneers, beat Baker Mayfield, and did a solid job. He ran the ball. He threw the ball. Don't know what to make of that team. Sean Payton's a good coach, but the talent, I don't know what's happening. So I can't really speak on that too much. Baker has always been up and down. Once again, Austin boy, can't hate, don't love, but let him do his thing. He did great the first 2 games of the year. This year he fell. This game he fell off, and I started him in fantasy. Trash. But the big game that he was really talking about was Vikings versus Texans, and that did happen yesterday, sir. And he said Sam Darnold might be him. If you don't know who Sam Darnold is right now, he's the quarterback of the Vikings. They traded Kirk Cousins, and the rookie J.J. McCarthy got hurt. But Sam Darnold has been a professional quarterback for 7 years, starting on and off at multiple teams. He played at USC for his college, and he was supposed to be very smart, almost the next Andrew Luck, they were saying. Like when he was there and Andrew Luck was still playing, because it was 7 years ago.
Yeah, Andrew Luck.
He got compared. Hey, I like Andrew Luck,
Yeah, totally.
But anyways, you know who Andrew Luck is? Quarterback for the Colts before. Straight intellectual, like just very, very smart guy. He didn't really fit the mold of a... He was just kind of a nerd, and it was funny because they had these memes where he'd be like in the Revolutionary War, like writing, "Mama, I've been soldier." Like every game they just wrote a breakdown. It's like the teams or the other side's offense just broke our defense, and I've been shot in the leg, and all this other stupid shit. Shout out to Andrew Luck. But Sam Darnold, professional quarterback, has not had his real chance. He's been on like 5 teams, maybe, probably more, and he landed on the Vikings now, where he has Justin Jefferson. And a couple other players. They had a big play from their 3rd string wide receiver, Josh Naylor. He got in because their 2nd string guy was hurt, so he had 2 TDs. The Texans, though, were the big story there. Houston Texans, C.J. Stroud played really well the first 2 games, really well last year to end the year, and then they got shut down by the Vikings. They got
7-34.
Yeah, 7-34, and C.J. Stroud got sacked more than he has been all year. It was just an ugly game. I feel like they couldn't find their rhythm, and the Vikings really had a good plan. I don't know what to say other than that because they tore through that fucking line like it was nothing. But the Texans have won their previous 2 games, so it's like, what do you do? I don't know. Is that team the Vikings though? They are real. They're 3-0 and they're real.
Yeah. So you think Vikings have like something?
I think the Vikings have staying power because in their division, so they play in the NFC North, which has 4 teams, which is them. The Bears, who have Caleb Williams, they had the first pick this year, which they are not a very good overall team. They have talent, but they're not a great team. Yep. The Packers, who have Jordan Love, who should be a great team, but he's hurt anyway. So Malik Willis is playing there. They did just win this past week. And then they have Packers, Vikings, Bears, and the Lions. Lions are a good team. We know that. They made it really far last year. They do a great job. I feel like they're inconsistent in some ways. Like 1 week they'll do really well, 1 week they might not. So we'll see how that they have a great chance to win that division though.
So you think it's going to shake out between like Vikings, Lions?
Vikings, Lions. Yep. Only way it goes, and then one of them wins the wild card because the Lions are really good too, and their offense is too great. And Aiden Hutchinson is a defensive end. He terrorizes people. I'm not sure. We've watched the video, but I can't recall if he talks about that game or when it happened. Oh, he talks about it right now. But the Vikings are like, with the coaching scheme they have, a professional quarterback, a decent running back, like a good running back room, and a good offensive and defensive line, they have the setup to be very good. But they get smoked too. The Lions had this crazy play yesterday. Have you know what a lateral is? Do you know what a lateral is? Do you know what that word means?
Yeah, so there's like an axis and a lateral, and I think that's like a geometry thing, right?
For sure. But in football, it's a little different. So a forward pass is a forward pass. You throw the ball forward past the line of scrimmage. As a quarterback from beyond the line of scrimmage, that's a forward pass. A lateral, any player can do, as long as you pitch it backwards. So if I'm a running back, I can run up and pitch it backwards to an offensive lineman, to a quarterback, to a tight end, to a wide receiver.
Yeah, they did that in that. They did that in that Adam Sandler fucking.
They kept lateraling, right? The longest yard, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, see, I'm a theater kid, so
it's cool. He saw a movie about football,
which I saw the movie. Yeah,
he
so I know
recognizes
what
it.
you're talking about.
He sees it.
Longest yard.
So as long as you lateral, it's cool. So one of the coolest plays I've seen this year, the Lions pulled off the other day, and it just lets me know that they're thinking ahead and they're trying to like get these little trick plays and these little really cool things that'll set them apart. So they run a slant, which is an inside route from a wide receiver. He goes a few steps up, and then he goes in, and he turns in, and he wants to look for the ball, and he keeps running. Yeah. It's a slant towards the middle of the field. Well, they threw the ball to him. He caught it. His name was Aquaminius St. Brown. Aquaminius is his first name. Great dude, cool guy, dedicated to the game. He has a brother that plays for Green Bay, and his name is something else, St. Brown, obviously. But he catches the ball.
Wild ass name.
And he laterals it to Jahmyr Gibbs, the running back for the Detroit Lions. So he's running this way. Jahmyr Gibbs is coming behind him like this, and he catches the lateral and runs it in for a touchdown. It was a design play. And I was thinking, like, that's so amazing. That's such a great play. Like, first of all, you practiced it. You made it happen. You caught the ball. You pitched the ball. He caught it and ran in for the touchdown. But what was really amazing to me, too, is the selflessness. Like, you say football's a team sport, but there's individual stats, right? Yeah. And people really get caught up in their stats. So I thought immediately, well, what happens to St. Brown? Like, does he get the catch? Does he get, you know what I mean? Like, how does that work? So he got a catch for 14 yards or something like that. And then he lateraled it to Jahmyr Gibbs, who then ran it in for the touchdown, right? So Jahmyr Gibbs gets 20 receiving yards, a receiving touchdown, but 0 receptions.
Yeah.
Because it's a backward lateral. Thought I was crazy. NFL stats are wild. NFL stats are weird. But, like, to literally have receiving yards and no reception, how the fuck?
Wait,
like,
I got a question. Do you get passing yards for the lateral?
He did not get passing yards for the lateral. No, he did not. He just got the catch where he lateraled it. And then, yeah, exactly, right? And the other guy got a receiving touchdown and receiving yards, but no reception. It's a backwards lateral. I understand. What the fuck are the receiving? I don't get it. I feel like it should be a rush. I'm probably dumb. I don't know. How do you feel about it, not knowing anything?
Well, so, I mean, my first thought is, like, I feel like this is why...
Look up the highlight.
No, I know.
Okay, you seen it? Okay,
yeah,
okay.
I mean, I feel like this is why actual football players hate things like, you know, fucking...
Like math and going to class?
No, like fucking...
Interesting.
You know, fantasy leagues and shit like that. Because, like, it
affects fantasy, yeah.
Right, it's all based on these individual stats when at the end of the day, like, it is meant to be this sort of, like, we are working together to achieve one
ultimate team
specific
game, right?
goal.
It's supposed to be the ultimate team game.
Right. So, but yeah, it seems like, and this is why, like, I tried to do a fantasy league one time, and again, I don't know shit about fuck Marty, but I you know, there was one particular year where I tried with some guys at work. And,
tried with some guys.
Yeah, tried with some guys. Yeah,
2024.
It was a good time. Hey, man, you know, it's 2024. You know,
no judgment, right?
Friction's friction. You know,
hey.
So
a hole's a hole, says the running back.
Yeah. So so I joined this fantasy league. This really isn't helping with the but so we, you know, I was not paying attention at all, right, to anything. Because
nothing.
Not at all.
Usually Frankie's paying attention to if everybody's having a good time.
That's,
you know,
he's
usually paying attention to make sure everybody's like okay, like he's that guy.
Yeah, so. I'm paying attention to that, but like you know, as far as like football goes, I don't know, I'm just not paying attention to like basic shit, like who's injured, you know, and like if they're playing this week, you know, and
so you don't change your lineup
I just kind of drafted whoever. I'm like, these people look good, whatever, and I ended up beating this guy at work who. All he does
beat
is
a guy.
Yeah. I just beat a guy. Yeah, and he was like, well, what was your strategy?
Like, he like asked you your strategy.
Yeah, like what did you,
bro? What did you do different?
Yeah, like that was
so
wild.
Good.
You kicked my ass in this you know, this week in particular, and I was like, yeah,
it's all luck.
I know, and I literally just had this blank face. I was like, yeah, that's what happened.
You say sports, bro.
I sure did, sports, brother. And he looked at me. He was like,
"He's so mad.
You had no fucking clue."
Yeah, he knew. He knew. He's like, "Why'd you put him in?" And you were like,
"Yeah,
I don't know."
I was like, Damn. I don't know.
And that's half of fantasy football, and the other half is like aggressively on the waiver wire at 2 a.m. in the morning on Wednesday night trying to get some shit going. So
that's too much. There's
some extremes. There's some extremes.
Too much for me. Like, but at the end of the day, then I will also like spend that much time on like video games and shit. So like,
what are you playing right now?
Dude, I'm like, I told Matthew before we got over here, I'm still playing Baldur's Gate.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
It's
actually a lot of fun.
That's
like,
what's up. I tried to get back into Elden Ring.
Fuck Elden Ring.
That game just beats your ass over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, and you can't like even grind it out, and it's too late right now if you join to exploit any of the like bugs. So before there was a rune glitch bug where you could just go farm some runes and like literally make your guy so great you could just do whatever you wanted. Now of course they've patched all that. There's no good way to like cheat, which if you're not cheating you're not trying. So I have stepped away from that game or I might harm myself.
I literally, so my little brother was getting me into this game. He was like you should really give it a shot. I'm like, fine, whatever. And I tried. And I've been, playing video games for years, and I played this game, and I was like, I am reconsidering whether or not I actually enjoy video games now.
Dude,
like,
it is
I
insane.
fucking hate this. Like, I am... My wife actually recognized this when I sat down on the couch, I turned on my PlayStation, and I made this sound. I sat down, I was like... And she was like, "You sound like you're fucking clocking in at a 9 to 5." And I was like, "You're right. I don't think I actually like this game."
And then you told her, "Shut up, though. I got to get to work." You know what I'm saying? Maybe not in those terms, but
now
he said it with a glance, and then he ended up on the couch that night. It's cool.
Yeah, I've been on the couch for no, that's not true. I have not.
All right. We're getting off track. Let's listen to this boy's Casey time. He has some stupid bullshit to say, always.
Yes.
Sam Darnold,
we talked about him. That's the boy.
Went nuts today, 4 touchdowns.
Tutties.
Let's see. I also wrote down Marvin because Marvin
Harrison Jr. He caught a touchdown. That's about it.
Going on. I mean, he has a touchdown. He has 1 touchdown. I just overreact to every Marvin Harrison touchdown. I can't help that. Like it is.
He has a card that's worth a lot of potential.
We had the
money.
Bears Colts.
How much?
That was a
paused at 343. Marvin Harrison Jr. to 25 first Bowman auto. I don't know the price of that, but he has 0 rookie autos. He has 0 autos coming out in the next year.
He doesn't have any rookies.
That means autograph. He's being sued by Fanatics. He has not signed with Panini. This is the guy who, Marvin Harrison Jr.
Y'all have talked about.
Yes, his dad was a legendary receiver, killed a man, got away with it, and now his son is playing in the NFL. And they are very business smart. How do you get away from killing a man at your business? You have that business acumen, and they do. So they have tried to like skirt and try and get all this money for signing his autographs, and it hasn't. Matt gave some rundown, but this is the real rundown. Okay. They want more money for his autograph, and people don't want to give it because, he's a rookie. He's this, he's that, he's that. Well, he's the rookie. He's this, he's that. Last week he had 2 tutties. This week he had a tutty. He did pretty well, but they didn't win overall, so he didn't do amazing. So Matt didn't get to see that, but.
So how much money are they asking for a rookie?
I have no idea. Like, really? I don't know what they're asking for per his. You won't see that. That's contractual details.
For real?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They limit that shit. And I would go to eBay and check the recent sales, but I mean, at least a couple $100 right now. If he does well, that card could go over $1,000, dude. Like easy, because he doesn't have other rookies or anything available. So, yeah. Let's see what else this guy has to say.
Very strange game.
We're muted.
No, not strange game. It's kind of both quarterbacks were not doing too well. I mean, there's 2 young quarterbacks. But
this man looks
Anthony
like
Richardson. I expect more. He looked like trash. He had 2 plays that were just like
he filmed this with a potato.
Some of the worst picks. Like, what the fuck were you throwing to? What'd you see?
He filmed it like he had a potato.
It's just really
probably.
Bad.
I think he plugged a potato into a toaster.
Just didn't have the time, right? But Caleb still had some flashes. He had a much better game. He actually got some.
Talking about Caleb Williams.
He had a nice little fantasy game
for the Bears.
He had nice fantasy production, as well as Rome Odunze, who had some. He's kind of emerging as his favorite target there. So, let's see. Outside of that, I mean, your Cowboys getting absolutely.
We'll talk about that.
Smoked right now. We're not shocked.
We're not shocked.
The Ravens are a hungry team. They need this win.
They are.
Cowboys just, I don't know. I don't think y'all are very good. I don't know. You also don't think y'all are very good. It's not like I'm telling you anything you don't know. You know.
He's not.
But yeah.
All right, I'm pausing this shit because I got to talk about them. 450.
Hey, real quick, did you know that Caleb Williams was born on November 18th?
Can I ask you something first? Can I answer your question with a question?
Okay.
Do you think I give a fuck?
Well, it's very close to my birthday.
Oh, damn. God, he's about to be a guy over here. Oh, my God.
I'm November 23rd, so,
Congratulations. 4 days away from a dude who...
I think that means...
Before today was trash.
I don't know the...
Y'all have the same sign.
Matthew, I feel like...
Do you paint your fingernails?
Do you know signs, Matthew? I don't know
Do you
signs.
paint your fingernails?
I don't paint.
You're a Sagittarius because you're the same sign
I am a
as Liz.
Sagittarius. Yes, thank you.
Wait, I'm a Sagittarius.
You're a Sagittarius?
I am
No
a
wonder we all
Sagittarius.
get along so well.
Wow.
What are you? Are you Sagittarius?
I'm a Gemini.
Gemini. This
Get
guy's
the
a
fuck
Gemini.
out of here.
Oh man, let's just talk
That's
about
why his
that.
tummy hurts all the time. He's a Gemini. He's a bad bitch, so his tummy hurts. He has things going on.
Yeah, but apparently Caleb Williams is also a Sagittarius. Well, no, because I think
that's the cutoff right
He
there.
might be.
He's something else, bro.
Let's spend the last 40 minutes of the podcast talking about this. You guys want to do that?
Caleb Williams
I think we should. Yeah.
and Jared McCain might be the same person. Jared McCain for the 76ers paints his nails, done the TikToks. They are very similar. Jared McCain just happens to worry about what he looks about a little more. He looks cleaner. Caleb Williams looks like he could hang out at the gas station for 4 hours and eat 7-Eleven hot dogs to sustain himself. So, I mean, rock on, brother. But I don't like you either.
I mean,
so.
I don't hate on any of it. I don't have the patience to do any of that, and I
you can't sit at a 7-Eleven eating hot dogs. What about a QT?
Painting my fingernails.
Oh, okay.
Why would I eat hot dogs at a 7-Eleven?
Why not?
That sounds
what are you missing?
like torture. That sounds like some sort of
a hot dog is
meat.
already the amalgamation of a pig. It is not a pig. It is not pork. It is the amalgam. It is the thought of a pig eating slop. Is a hot dog.
Yeah, but it depends on where you get it from. Like at 7-Eleven,
and if it's all beef, it's just butthole. It's just beef butthole.
I agree, but
And
if you're getting an
HEB,
if you're getting an HEB hot dog, that's a little different to me than a 7-Eleven.
I don't know. 7-Eleven cooks it. That's all I'm saying. All right. What were we talking about? Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
The Bears. He did his thing. He had 350 yards. So my shit talk last week was I think Caleb Williams is a bust. He's horrible. I think he's slightly better than that now. But I don't think he's Bryce Young, Carolina Panthers level of ass. But he's definitely not very good for the first overall pick, in my opinion. He wasn't worth giving up, 2 multiple first-round picks and some other shit for, in my opinion. But once again, he also brought up Rome Odunze, who was the wide receiver for Washington last year. He's showing up real big for Chicago right now, and he caught 130 yards worth of passes yesterday for him. They still lost. He still took the L. He's still a loser, so I'm fine with that. Then he talked about the Cowboys. Now we're about to...
Hey, it's your favorite.
Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones, your favorite boy.
Jerry fucking Jones. You're too busy talking about your player's meat size. If you missed this, Jerry Jones was on an Instagram live. Yeah, keep listening, buddy. Keep fucking look it up. Jerry Jones IG live 8.5 inches.
Yeah.
Google that exact phrase. This man was on IG, I think it was Chris Rock, IG live, recording him. He's at the Cowboys practice or the facility or whatever, and they're talking about a player. And Jerry Jones is listing off statistics. He's saying, he runs this, he's this height, he's this weight, he's this. And at the end, right before the video cuts off, 8.5 inch dick. Jerry Jones is too busy measuring wieners in the locker room to wonder who really can play this fucking game. He just wants big dicks in his uniform. He's just let's just be the sexiest team. Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders are the sexiest. Let's make the Dallas Cowboys football players the sexiest with the biggest bulges. He's not worried about who's going to help the team win or lose. He's only worried about who has the biggest schlong.
It's not just the dick, dude. He's
what else are you talking about?
He looks
stamina? Does he know how long they're pumping?
This is an exact quote.
8.2 strokes.
He looked pretty good right there, Jones said to the unnamed player. He showed balance. 5 foot, 9.5, 210 pounds. 40-yard dash, 9 and 3-inch hands.
Whew.
He's talking about his hands.
The hands there.
Yeah.
Oh, what else?
8.5-inch dick.
Whoa! There it is. Just casually to fucking Chris Rock as he's recording them. He's 8.5 inches. He knows. He's Diddy. Jerry Jones is Diddy of the Cowboys out here. They have
and then.
Diddy
and then they cut.
Yeah, he turns it off. He doesn't. He knows better than that. But Jerry Jones, the billionaire, doesn't. Just talking about his players' meat. It's weird, dude.
I mean, hey, man.
If you're a fan of Jerry Jones, you're a fan of measuring your friends and your players' meat. That's all I want to say. If you're a fan of the Cowboys, not so much. Hold on. Slow down a little bit, guys out there. But Jerry Jones, the GM and the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, knows his players' meat size. How do you feel about that, Frankie?
There's a lot of things.
Okay. What I'd like to hear some
I
things.
feel about it. I mean, on one hand, it's like, hey, look.
How many hands?
Right.
Could be one hand, could be two.
I mean, on one hand, it's like, let's, hey, like, the man likes meat, and maybe we should be okay with the man liking meat. But on the other hand, it's like, he's also like, this is a little predatory, right?
If
he's just
the man who pays you requests to measure your wiener before you join the team. He's like, hey, we really want to sign you to this contract. We're going to draft you, but we just got to make sure your dick is big enough. Dog.
Among all the other predatory things that Jerry Jones has done.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very,
so,
very
like,
true.
I mean, he's got a track record now. And I mean, on the other hand, I'm also like, have you been to Jerry World?
It's a show, bro.
It's crazy.
Are we about to get geopolitical and call it a... Whoa, nobody said that. And we're cutting that out.
I did not say that.
But there's parallels to be drawn here. Anyways, Jerry Jones, the GM of the Cowboys, measuring dudes' dicks while they get fucking beat. Not beat off, but beat by the fucking Ravens. Like smacked by the Ravens. I was at Pluckers, which is a great wing bar. Started in Austin, Texas. It's spread out quite a bit. I was in Pluckers watching the game, like ready to just... I don't even know, crash out. I was ready to flip the table. They were playing horribly. Dak was playing horribly. And let me tell you this. It's Casey Time will tell you he doesn't like Dak. He doesn't like Zeke. He doesn't like Jerry Jones, but he likes the Cowboys. I do. All of those things are true. I was cheering for CeeDee Lamb the first week. We were in his crib at the lab watching the games. CeeDee Lamb did not have his best game. So I will denounce all, super ultra love for CeeDee Lamb. I still love him. I mean, I still love him, but like this game was not his best. But the reason Cowboys fans really hate Dak is what you saw this Sunday. And this Sunday, the Cowboys were getting fucked on, literally fucked on and in for 3 quarters. It was 28-6, I think 28-6, going into the third quarter or right at the beginning of the fourth quarter. So the Cowboys were dead and gone. Any NFL game, you get maybe 2 more possessions. The other team's going to run the ball out. There was a lot of fuckery that happened.
Yeah.
The team came together somehow. And Dak rallied them together. And Dak's slinging the ball to everybody. He's spreading it out. Tolbert's getting catches. Ferguson's running through the middle. These are tight ends running. Everybody that you just don't expect. A rookie caught a pass from him. CeeDee Lamb wasn't catching shit. And they almost won the fucking game. They came all the way back for him to lose the fucking game too. And I will say it like that. He fumbled on a first down. He catches the snap. It's a shotgun snap. Fumbles. It has to lay on it. He loses us 5 yards and a down. Nobody really says much about it. It is what it is. He got us where he got us. But he was the reason for the whole first half shit, too. So, not playing that shit. Dak tried to bring us back. He tried to win the game. Ravens are known for losing the game in the fourth, and they didn't do it. So, Dak's still trash, even though he tried.
But it sounds like he did well, like, for the most part.
If you want to count stats, but that's the thing. You look at stats, sure, him and Caleb Williams were fucking world beaters. And they both fucking lost. And that's all that really matters in the National Football League. It doesn't matter if you're that good at your position if you keep losing. It really doesn't. So another thing to touch on that game, which is a very hurtful thing for me to talk about. Derrick Henry, King Henry signed, he was playing for the Titans, Tennessee Titans, Derrick Henry, running back. 6'3", 250, all muscle, very fast.
Okay.
Like he's an anomaly. He is not what you expect on as a running back. If you see him as a safety, you're getting out of the way. That's just how it is.
Meat.
No, that man's rocking a foot long. I don't even know.
Cool. Nice.
That's so hypocritical of me to say right there. I'm just trying to talk shit. I don't know about wieners.
Whenever we have a second, I actually have the video pulled up and I need to watch it, but continue.
Okay, hold on. So Derrick Henry signed with the Ravens this past year after he left the Titans, after he was there forever. And he had the choice of where he wanted to go as a free agent. And the Cowboys had the salary cap, and he wanted to play for the fucking Cowboys. He wanted to be King Henry on America's team. And Jerry Jones decided to be measuring other people's meat at the same time. Maybe he deemed his meat wasn't big enough and he didn't want to sign him. But he signed for the Ravens. He ran for 150 fucking yards and he beat us. And that's why we lost, because Jerry Jones is a meat measuring mongoloid.
Meat measuring mongoloid.
That's what
which is probably the title of this episode. But here, I gotta.
We're listening. At least they're balling out with the music. Is this the interview?
Yeah. It's the Instagram Live.
Hey. I just want to hear him talk about meat.
It's pretty quiet, Frankie. Bring it close.
Yeah. Hey, yo. He said it. 8.5-inch dick. You heard it here first.
Because, like, literally you can't hear anything else
and
except
then you
for
hear 8.5-inch dick.
inch.
Well, in all respects, if an 8.5-inch dick is around you, you probably know. You know what I'm saying? If it's out there, you probably know. You're probably aware.
And then Jamie Foxx just, like, cuts it.
Yeah, he knew. He's like, yo, Unc, I'm recording this shit. Like, another L. But, hey, if you're meat measuring, bro, you're paying these guys. Like, does that make them prostitutes? That's another discussion for another day. We haven't even got all the way into this video. Let's get back to this Casey time.
We might have to surmise or talk about just the couple more things you want to talk about.
Let me run through here real quick.
All right.
Let's see.
Because he's fucking...
College football. Texas Tech
sucks. And then he talks about Tech. Okay, we know that one, so I stopped it there. I don't even know where it was. Sorry. You're good. It's Casey time, of course, is a huge Texas Tech fan. And I would be remiss to mention that they won. They won this weekend. They played a good game. Yeah, shout out to Texas Tech. But he admits that next week, I think they're playing Cincinnati, I think it is. It's a Big 12 team. They're in the Big 12 now. They just beat Arizona State by like 6 points. They're going to Cincinnati. They are supposed to lose that game. But it's Casey time was going to tell you that Taj Boyd, who is their running back, is the best running back in the nation. And he measured his meat, and he's about that life too. But I don't know, because the guys just played good for a couple games, but they lost a couple games too. They play Cincinnati next week, right? The Bearcats?
Let's see.
This year.
I think so. But anyways.
Did you say this year?
Yeah, this year. 2024, sir.
Yeah, I think I'm looking at 2020.
Yeah, you're way better. The Wi-Fi you're on, bro, I don't even know. It's on some 2G man shit. But then he does give his props. It's Casey time gives his props to Texas a little bit. He says, "Oh, Texas is good. I wanted them to, what he really wanted was Arch Manning, the quarterback for the Longhorns, who started because Quinn Ewers was hurt, to have the best game ever, so he could supplant Quinn Ewers essentially and create a quarterback controversy, which would somehow, in his mind, lead to Texas losing more games. But if one quarterback's better than the other and starts playing more, they would probably win more. Regardless." Texas beat ULM, which is the University of Louisiana Monroe. Not great. They're not a good team. They're like not a Power 5 team. And they smoked them 51-3. Beat the shit out of them. That was my HGH win, as I had the over at like 52.5. He did play a great game. That's Arch Manning. Played a great game, but he had 2 really bad interceptions. One might not have been his fault. The other definitely was. So he definitely looked like he had some rust to him. And what Casey time tells you is it lets you know that Quinn is a starter. Like, he's the guy. And there's no doubt about it. Going into next week, Mississippi State, what it's Casey time calls the worst Power 5 team there is this year. So he's not expecting much from them. He thinks Texas is going to win that game too, but it's Quinn. Quinn's coming back. And as we know, that's good. Hook 'em. We love Quinn. We love Arch. We love the whole fucking team. Jadon Blue showed up huge running back. Jadon Blue for the Texas Longhorns. So,
are you saying that Casey said that they need to start Quinn?
What Casey time said, what he wanted was there to be a quarterback controversy. So when Quinn did come back, there was a question if he should, so that there creates strife within the team because he doesn't want Texas to win.
Oh.
Yeah, he's doing it from an asshole's perspective.
So he's just essentially trying to create drama.
Yeah, he's trying to be Derek the Dude and like just hate and instigate. So it is what it is. But he just doesn't want Texas to be great anymore, and that's fine. He can live in that Lubbock world. With that Raider rash that he has, but I won't. I refuse. So I skipped ahead in this video because we skipped Texas and Tech. We'll see what he's talking about at 6:14. I don't know. Oh, there it is.
He would look incredible.
Talking
about
him
come out, have 4 or 5 touchdowns.
Arch Manning.
Just look like him. He throwing 2 picks to Louisiana in a row, and a couple weren't.
We're gonna skip ahead.
I don't know.
They didn't. 6:25, and we're gonna scrub to 8.
Those Will Shepherd autos that I got, which. I think they just
Will Shepherd. Okay, this game.
Anything
about Baylor? I'm gonna pause at 8:06. Baylor, Colorado, Big 12 game. Colorado's now in the Big 12. Baylor's been in the Big 12. Huge game for Deion Sanders, Shadur Sanders, Travis Henry, and the Colorado team versus Baylor. I think it was supposed to be a really close game, and they played in Colorado. So Baylor was winning most of the game, and then Colorado, the last minute, Shadur Sanders throws a Hail Mary, which means he literally chunked it up. Last play of the game. Last thing they can even possibly do. And their wide receiver, Their wide receiver catches it. I knocked my mic over. The wide receiver catches it, like diving down, sliding down. Sick catch, great touchdown. Their fans, for whatever fucking reason, rush the field. They rush the field, and it's Casey Time tries to defend them. That's a clip we need to play because he's going to say, I don't care who you are. You don't have fun if you don't rush the field. I rushed the field 4 times at Texas Tech, and we fucking sucked. You know who's never rushed the field? Fucking Baylor. They're not having fun. And I'm like, bro, hold on. So fun to you, fun to It's Casey Time is jumping over the stanchion with everybody else, running on the field, acting like an idiot, jumping in the middle of the field, tearing down the goalposts, like destroying your own field because you beat an unranked team. If you beat number 1 Texas, which you never will, It's Casey Time, ever again in your lifetime, or any team, because Texas is fucking back. Why would you even rush your own field? Like, celebrate with your people in the stands. Grab a hottie who's already 18 beers deep. You know,
I thought you were just going to end that at 18. I was like, dude.
Brother, 18 and up, but
18 and up.
25 and up for real adults. Okay?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. 18 and up.
30 and up for like the people who know experience.
Please, do you have a 401k?
Yeah.
We can maybe go on a date if you have a 401k.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have set yourself up for something, you own your own shit. I'm down.
What shares of stock do you have?
Yeah, like what are you investing in?
Yeah, where are you invested? And don't tell me Bitcoin.
And can I like moderate your OnlyFans? Like what? You know, how do we do this in 2024? Like, because I know you have one. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Please. Whatever you got to do. Whatever you have going on, and however you make money is how you make money.
Yeah.
And I want you to know that.
But I get your point about like, you know, fans like rush. Like I feel like that doesn't
don't get it, dude.
That and also like because I'm looking at this now where it's like they rushed it twice.
Dude, and the event securities are trying to hold down the goalpost because the goalpost probably cost $25,000 to like replace, or essentially. Because not only do you have to buy a new one, you have to have somebody come and install it. It's not like you can just throw it up. Like, that's not how a goalpost works.
I mean, I get like also like these are college kids, right?
Bro, last call happened before the fourth quarter started. You're telling me that these people are still that fucked up after overtime because they went to overtime.
Yes. Oh, 100%.
They went hard, but look, I'd be sweating it out in the stands, bro.
You didn't bring your own booze in the stands?
It's gone by the first quarter.
Yeah, but if they called last call, like, I mean, it's thinking,
beer, brother. It's beer.
I know, but you're buying some shit, and then like once last call happens, then you're bringing out your own shit. Like,
I'm bringing out my shit beforehand, dog. I'm fucked up before I get to the venue. I'm done before the second half starts half the time.
Then you're playing it wrong.
That's the right way to play it. Hey, you got to DJ 24/7, all right? Because I don't want to see my second
Which
half
means you have to like play out. Like,
you don't pace yourself as a DJ. You crash out, you wake up, you do it again.
Like in the stands? Or?
If you have to. You paid for that fucking seat. If somebody messes with you, that's on them.
I guess.
Exactly. And I'm suing. If you mess with me while I'm passed out in my seat, especially if you're security, you're either catching a hand or a lawsuit. You pick.
I think Baylor they just needed a win after all their coaches were diddle fucking.
Okay, that's years ago, and they play at a place that I affectionately call the house that built. And I hope you do your research because it did happen, and it was ignored, and it was bullshit. And Baylor deserves the downside that they have within that. Trigger warning, but realistically, like, I don't think they deserve that stadium. It only got built off the back of the success of like 3 teams who all had the same players on them and all were
protected.
Yes.
Yeah.
By the police even. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Enough of that shit. Colorado won. Baylor lost. They're dealing with their karma. That's fine. Leave them over there. Let's see what else It's Casey Time had to say. 8:06. Oh, he's talking about Will Shepherd. We're going to skip ahead to 9:44 because I can.
Miller Moss, maybe not the guy I thought he was.
USC, more college football. Nobody cares about college.
Congrats to Michigan. Congrats to Texas because I know y'all are going to claim that
Texas.
That helps us in the fucking long run of things.
Michigan beat USC, both high-ranked teams, and Texas beat Michigan previously.
What else do I got? I have notes on a
dry erase board. He has notes on a dry erase board. What looks like a dip in and probably a drink shortly right next to him.
We lost the game today.
Okay, 10-12, 10-13. This one goes out to James fucking Moran.
James Moran, everybody.
James Moran, segment of the week. Astros fans unite. Let's talk about it because what It's Casey Time saw on Sunday was ugly, hideous, the worst shit that could have happened. The Astros lost a game to the Angels in a terrible come from behind loss. So the Angels came from behind to win in some of the last innings. Our closer, Josh Hader, gave up 3 runs. It was a mess. It was fucking stupid. And we were this close to clinching the playoffs in our division. And we just didn't do it that game. It was against the division rival, the Angels. The only saving grace is that the Rangers beat the Mariners. So what that means for James Moran and every single other Astros fan in this world is that the Astros have to win 1 out of 3 games with the Mariners. So we'll be tonight on Monday night when we're recording. We play the Mariners tonight. And we have to win 1 out of the next 3 games, and we win the division. We as in the Astros, yes, I'm saying we. I don't give a fuck who you like, or if you don't like me, I am the Astros as well. So if the Astros make it they clinch the division, they make it to the playoffs. Like every other year, they win the AL West, and we hopefully can go for a 8th ALCS appearance. The American League Championship Series, the last 2 teams left in the American League. We've made it 7 of the last 7 times. So hopefully we can make it 8. Yordan Alvarez, though, our Yordan savior, as Casey Time would say, went down with an injury.
Right.
I'm more worried about that than the loss.
What kind of injury?
And that one hurts. He was rounding first base. He hit a line drive. He's left-handed. Line drive into right field. So it's going into the corner in that way. He turns to go to second, and he's running. He's chugging along. Big dude, 6'4", big. But he slides in. He's safe. But the leg he slid on, he hit really hard. Like his knee. It was his left knee, which is big for him because he's a left-handed hitter. So it's his, his push-off knee.
Yeah.
And then any type of defense. So what I saw was that it was a left knee contusion, which if you know anything just means a bruise. But a knee contusion, a knee bruise can be pretty painful. And he was limping off the field. So anything else happened? Did you see it?
No, yeah, right knee contusion.
Right knee, sorry. Right knee, not left knee. Right knee contusion. He slid, he hit it. It didn't help, but luckily Kyle Tucker's back. They went 4 for 5 the night before together, and they're crushing it. So the Astros are on their way to the playoffs. We just need to win one of the next 3. And one of those next 3 is started by, you say, Kikuchi!
See, I know that name.
Yes, you do know that name. Everybody knows that name. He's a great fucking guy, a great teammate of so far, and he's a great pitcher for the Astros. He started 9 games since he's been traded from the Blue Jays. 9 games. And you know how many of those games the Astros have won?
Has it been?
It's been over 8.5. Shout out Jerry Jones. They've won all 9 of his fucking games. And he's bringing the heat. He's throwing the ball. He's doing what he can. He might have some moments here or there where they score some runs, but the team backs him up. And I think that's the coolest thing. Verlander did not look great. And I think it's Casey Time talks about that. In his last start, he might not even be on the playoff roster. Justin Verlander, Astros legend at this point. But we have some cool things happening for the Astros. Hopefully it doesn't fall apart because there's some other good teams out there. But I know if we face the Yankees in the playoffs, we dub. So
yeah, you know when you say Kikuchi was born? Sorry, I'm not gonna.
You say he was born. I think. Hold on, I think in either 19 in one of these 3 years. I'm gonna give you a 3-year span.
3-year span.
89 to 91.
I mean, yeah, 91.
91.
Yeah. What's his sign? You know that?
Fastball.
Yeah, that's what it
Fastball.
is.
Please.
I don't know signs. June 17th.
June 17th, but it was 1991.
Yeah, it was 1991.
He's a Gemini.
Yeah.
Shout out Matthew.
Hey.
Shout out all the Geminis around the world. Everybody out here partying, especially you say Kikuchi. Damn, bro, you even got it. You got it. I like that. Interesting.
That's
Anyways, what we have now, because we've been through a lot of topics. We've let you know about it's Casey Time being on the other side of this freaking planet and how much we miss him and what's going on. But since Frankie's filling in for him, he's going to help us with our HGH picks. And if you missed earlier in the episode or any episode, HGH is picks we make with our head, our gut, and our hearts.
Which if you skipped ahead to here and you didn't watch the beginning...
Who would skip the head?
Why would you skip to this point to figure out what HGH is? You moron.
You fucking imbecile.
Idiot.
You idiot. Just like it's Casey Times picks, you're fucking dumb. All right.
I mean, I can't speak to that.
You're speaking to it, and you're speaking about it. I need to know what it's Casey Times head pick is, and I need to know what you think about it.
All right, so look,
here we go.
I'm just gonna say it right now.
It.
I don't know. I don't know anything. About sports.
Okay. And I don't see these picks. I haven't looked at these picks. I haven't cheated by looking at these picks. I haven't gone in the Google Drive.
So there is a So the head. First of all, the way this is formatted is insane.
Here we
right?
Go.
The head, gut, and heart pick are all made by emojis. So the head is like the little yellow
massage
man just getting like, the little massage, which is confusing for someone who normally is.
Would you rather like a picture of somebody giving head? Is that what you want?
Yes.
Oh.
So
so whatever. What I've
got for the head pick is the BYU at Baylor.
Okay.
Saturday at 11, I think, but I also can't tell because the emoji is in the way. So he's got the BYU plus 2.5 spread.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
What does that mean? How does he win that bet?
Are you genuinely asking me? Like I
just want to know if you know.
Here's what I think that means. I think that means that BYU,
Brigham Young University, home of the Soakers.
Obviously.
And if you don't know what soaking is, Google soaking Mormonism and you'll know. Do you know what soaking is?
I know what soaking.
Matthew, do you know what soking is?
I've watched the Mormon Wives.
Have you seen the new evolution of soaking at BYU? Now you call your friend to jump on the bed while you're soaking. They create that friction, and like Frankie said earlier, friction is friction. Friction is friction. Anyways, sorry. Off topic. So BYU plus 2.5. What does that mean to Frankie?
So that means they win by 2.5.
So by seeing BYU plus 2.5, you think that they are favored to win by 2.5 points. That's what you're seeing. As you see it,
I'm gonna guess, but like
I'm just asking.
I also don't understand. Like okay. Like
that's not the point. I'm just asking.
No, I know, but I'm trying to understand.
Okay.
Because like normally I'm just sitting here.
So I'm gonna give it to you the way that I learned and the way that I remember it because I'm still an idiot as well. Like I've never said that. Oh, I'm a smart guy. I'm a fucking idiot. I don't care. I got a good test on my ACT and shit, but I'm an idiot. So
what did you get?
31.
Like, no, but like, what was your? Because like, it's all broken out into math. What was your thing?
You think I fucking remembered that? I'm 33 years old.
Okay, but was it math or reading? Because it's usually one of the two. Like,
that did well. Math fucked me. Reading's always great. My reading comprehension is amazing.
Here. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Math, like a rigid structure. Grow up. I don't want that. No.
I hate math, which is why I hate this shit.
What he's seeing, he was very close, but he was wrong. So. What that means, BYU plus 2.5 to all of you who don't bet, don't want to bet, don't care to bet, don't know what it is, or bet and just don't even know what the fuck you're betting on. That means that BYU has been given 2.5 points. So they can lose the game by 2 points and you still win the bet. But if they lose the game by 3 points, because it's 2.5, you lose the bet.
Wait, so this the plus 2.5
they're getting,
means
so
they
you say
could lose?
You say that as BYU getting 2.5.
That's...
So they're getting, and then the other side is Baylor giving 2.5. So they're favored to win by 2 points. But if they win or more, whatever it is, they're favored to win by more than 2. So
okay, what do you think about that? Because this is
that game specifically.
This is
that game's hard for me to call. If we're gonna go back to that, I did not bet on that game because Baylor's coming off a terrible emotional loss against Colorado. Yeah. And then BYU's just always been very, very solid, but not great and inconsistent at best at football. So I don't have an opinion. I don't like that line. I don't really care to bet on that game. It's too close to really like for me to pick.
Do you have an opinion about Chip and Joanna?
Chip and Joanna.
Yeah. This is Baylor.
The Silos, as they're called in Waco, Texas.
Why? Wait, what?
Well, don't fucking ask Chip and Joanna because they named it the Silos.
The Silos?
The Silos.
It
is Silos. It's old Silos. It's like grain silos and shit. Anyways, I don't know, like fucking 8 years ago, I was in Waco, which if you ever have to stop in Waco, God rest your soul. I hope you are forgiven for all your sins. There's no reason to stop there. There's a cool place to maybe like grab some food and dip. They have a burger place called Twisted Root, which is pretty good. Other than that, there's no reason to be in Baylor, not in Waco, not even like to watch a Baylor game. You go somewhere else to watch them. So you drive through Baylor, but Chip and Joanna Gaines, they built some bullshit off HGTV. They built the Silos, which all these like mama bears and, fucking Saturday morning warriors go and check out. There's a wooden spoon they sell there for $8. And I'm not talking about a stirring spoon. I'm not talking about a spoon I could smack you across the face with. I'm talking about an eating utensil that might be 25 cents at Walmart. Mm-hmm. They're selling for $8. They do it how they do it. Why are we talking about this? Chip and Joanna, I hope you get divorced. And Joanna, bring your fat check to me, all right? Chip, you stay away from me. All right, my head pick
y'all are cool. I like y'all.
Has nothing to do with either of y'all. Yeah, hey, shout out Frankie and Chip and Joanna. Y'all get together. Y'all have some pancakes. Y'all like make some plans. I don't know. In between productions can help you out. They're fucking good. So holler at them. But my head pick is Miami. Mm-hmm. The University of Miami, Florida Hurricanes is playing Virginia Tech, and they're at home.
Okay.
So the number there I'm seeing is negative 19.5. What does that mean?
So that means they're going to beat them by 19 points?
If I am to win my bet, Miami has to win by 20 points or more.
That's a pretty big
That is a big spread. That is a big spread. But Miami is doing very good. Cam Ward at quarterback is playing lights out.
And they're playing who?
Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech.
And Michael Vick, Marcus Vick.
Dog shit or what?
They're not great. They're definitely not good. They're going to lose. It just depends on how much they're going to lose by.
You think they're going to win by 20?
I think that Miami will win by at least 20.
That's a...
Cam Ward put up like 70 points last week, so I'm cool with that. Give me your heart pick. Give me that. It's Casey time.
Yeah, again,
cholesterol heart pick because it's trash. It's always trash.
So, what do you actually? I'm curious. What do you think the heart pick? Like, what do you think it's Casey time's heart?
I know he picked either
beating heart.
So
comes back to
Tech is playing. Who is Tech playing? Tech is playing what the fuck?
Cincinnati.
We just talked about it. Cincinnati. And it's a very close race. So I think he put Tech in there either at his heart or his gut. But what he also fucking probably did was some Australian bullshit where he picked an Australian rules football game because he's over there and it's almost their Super Bowl. Okay, and he probably bet on that too.
I'm just gonna. All right. So go back to your first thing that you said. So you're correct.
The spread or the money line.
Now just give me a number. What do you think his spread is?
What do you mean his? He doesn't get to set it, so they set it.
Okay.
So the book set it. And he
put
says,
all right.
I think that they're supposed to win by like 6.5.
Okay, so he put.
So he'd be getting negative 6.5.
He put -4.
-4. That's fair. They're supposed to win by 4 or more, or 5 or more at that point.
Yeah.
4 is a push.
Yeah. So that's his heart pick against Cincinnati.
And I think Cincinnati's going to put up a fight. So I don't know about that. It's a close. Once again, he's picking these very close games, and that's fine. You can do that. I just don't.
I think it's because he wants to beat you.
He can't. He fucking can't. He wants to so bad. Maybe with you in the chair. And if it happens with you in the chair, I think whatever. Frankie G's cool.
It's because there's an aura. I told you already.
And that, folks, is called foreshadowing and bringing it back. He looped it back. He made it happen. And if you need an audition for an Italian actor that's 5'8", very attractive, very funny, very personable, very short, you need to call fucking Frankie G.
Call me up.
Well, I just got to give him the deets. And he can put insoles in his shoes. He'll be 5'10" in no time. My heart pick has to do, of course, I keep picking them, and I will not stop picking them until they prove me fucking wrong. And that's the University of Texas.
Yeah, hook them.
I don't even want to say we're back. We've been back. We're back. We're here. We're here to stay. Hook them. Steve Sarkisian is the man. Quinn Ewers, Arch Manning, the two best buds, two best quarterbacks in the nation, and they're playing Mississippi State. Worst team in the SEC, terrible top 5 team, and they're favored. They're favored by 38.5 points.
Oh, God.
So for me to win this bet, this part of the bet, Texas has to win by 39 or more. And they're going to fucking do it. They're going to win 65-13. And if that happens, it's Casey time. Owes me a case of Bowman Chrome. Sure. Probably not, but I'm just going to say that. No, anyways, that's happening. That's definitely happening. That's my heart pick.
That's a pretty big number.
It is a big number, and I normally wouldn't pick it, but I'm so jacked up on Texas right now. I don't think you understand. I don't think anybody understands. Born and raised in Austin, Texas. Literally my whole life been a Texas fan. So all this bullshit of it's Casey time, you didn't go there. Yeah, I didn't do my homework in high school. Okay?
Nah, but you're born
big fucking deal. Yeah, literally born and raised in Austin where the hippies were. I was watching the baseball team before they got the stadium there. Yeah. I was watching the football team before they were across from the soccer stadium.
You were at Hippie Hollow. Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
I'm still at Hippie Hollow. Catch me out at Hippie Hollow. Just yuck out here, okay? Mr.
Like,
Take Your Girl.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
You and Jerry talking about like.
Bro. You see me at Hippie Hollow. I'm tucked behind a tree. I'm a grower, not a shower, so don't get me out there.
Oh, I definitely, I don't want to go to Hippie Hollow. I am 100%
Everybody's probably tan out. Hippie Hollow, if you don't know, is a huge cove on Lake Austin, in Austin, where everybody's naked and people, with everything going on, they could be flopping out, flipping out, dipping out, whipping out. We don't know.
No,
you are allowed to be nude out there. And also, fun fact, everywhere in Austin, a woman is allowed to be topless wherever a man is allowed to be topless. So a pool, Barton Springs, it is legal, as long as it's not private property, for a woman to be topless in Austin, Texas.
Really?
Yes. At other cities in the state, cannot do that. Everybody's going to be like, oh, liberal Austin. But who doesn't like titties? Who the fuck doesn't like titties? Austin loves them, so.
It's also, that's very European.
Free the nipple.
Yeah.
Free the nipple.
Yep.
Okay, give me your fucking gut pick, dog.
All right, the gut pick, which, by the way, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this, but look,
he won't.
This looks like a pregnant man.
It is a pregnant man, and it's 2024. And if you hate on that, you're a hater.
It's not about being a hater. It's like
it's
like, dude.
I've seen it. Have you not seen it?
The impreg,
Have you seen it? I've seen it.
Have I seen it?
There was
online?
a man across overseas somewhere who had a twin stuck in his gut, living in his gut forever. Maybe not. He might have looked like that. You don't know. That's just implying that man is pregnant. He could have just ate a 5-layer beefy burrito or whatever.
Right.
You know?
Which means
we don't know.
Okay, fuck this. All right, so money line.
So losing battle. Losing battle.
Okay, Aston Villa.
Premier League soccer team, English Premier League soccer team.
Which everyone knows.
They should. Aston Villa's in the top flight.
I don't know.
Top flight, mate. That was horrible.
Top flight.
There you go. That's way better. That's another fucking
groovy, baby.
Accent right there. And we're just racking them up. Run them up.
Okay. Look, I'm just gonna say a lot of words here.
Just give it to me.
All right.
Straight. Give it to me straight, hard, and fast.
Ipswich versus Aston Villa.
Yep.
Sunday.
Yep.
8 a.m.
Yep.
Market settled based on the result at the end of.
Can I see? I think that's an Aston Villa win, no draw.
Okay.
Can you show me this way?
I could just show you because it's a lot of words.
Nope, it's straight Aston Villa money line. So Aston Villa has to beat Ipswich Town completely. They cannot tie. They cannot end. It's a Premier League game, so they'll end in regulation anyway. But they have to win the game. And what are their odds on that?
Yeah, I mean that's.
What are the odds though?
The odds are
negative
110.
Okay, so those are almost straight on odds. If you have negative 110, negative 105, plus 105, plus 110, real close. What 100 means in that realm? So say it's at 100, it's even odds. Completely even odds versus either team. So what he's doing is taking the very slight favorite. Like that's a 50-50 toss-up right now, basically.
Okay.
And he took the team that he thinks is better.
Well, it sounds like most of his bets here this week
they're very close.
Have been like a little close. Like
most of mine are too, because HGH you got to win. So
right.
you're trying to take the sure things, and then in your juice parlays, which we add on the end, you go for broke, and you kind of just go after it. So my gut pick, we're going to go back to the NFL because it's football season. We talked a lot about football. Right. Everybody's loving football right now, or I hope you are. I don't know. I am. I'm enjoying it. So.
Totally love football.
Yeah, sure. Go sports. Yeah.
Sport.
So Chargers play the Kansas City Chiefs, which is its Casey Times team and Patrick Mahomes' team, which I'm a huge Pat Mahomes fan, but not a very big It's Casey Time fan when it comes to rooting for his teams. I'm a huge fan of the person. It's Casey Time. He's a great dude, awesome guy, great friend even, like amazing friend. So no shitting on him and his like humanity and his person, but his teams suck. And LA Chargers are getting 7 points already. Every single game the Chiefs have played in this year has been decided either by the refs or with the hand of the refs in the end of the game. I don't think that changes. I think they take it to the wire. Pat Mahomes always seems to do it, and that's fine. If they win by 3, they win by 3. I win the bet. So I think the Chargers will pull it ahead. I really, 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 really think that they're better than they've been showing. And his boy J.K. Dobbins, I know you're going to be conflicted on this one, you stupid fuck. J.K. Dobbins is on the Chargers. So he's going to be like, oh no, J.K. Dobbins is going to run all over the Chiefs. But oh no, Pat Mahomes is going to throw it all over the Chargers. He won't know what to think or who to root for. His silly little Red Raider head's going to be spinning, looking for the next tortilla to throw. And, you know, we are, but Chargers +7 to surmise.
Yeah. I mean...
Yeah, what flaws do you have to pick out in that argument, sir?
No, I mean, no flaws.
Okay.
I had a very fun time in Lubbock the last time I was there. Yeah,
There's this
one bar. It's in a parking garage, which makes sense for Lubbock. It's just basically
That's where you go to have fun in Lubbock, is a parking garage.
Yeah, essentially.
I just want that to be known because it's KC Time tries to make it seem like a metropolis. And
no, it's not. No, it's not. It smells bad.
It smells bad. It's windy. There's only one good food item, and that's Spanky's cheese sticks.
The scariest thing is driving there. It's like
how many meth heads have you almost run into?
I almost ran into a tire, and I had just watched a movie about people who had been driven off the road, like in Texas, and murdered. And I was
weird story. Sorry. I'm glad you didn't get murdered.
I didn't get murdered.
I went to school up in Dallas, UT Dallas, for a little bit.
Yeah.
And as I would traverse back from Austin to Dallas and visit my people and all that, I was driving back to Dallas one day.
Yeah.
Driving on, whatever, it's 35 and it splits into, 635 or something else over there going towards Dallas. All of a sudden, I'm turning a little curve. We're going to curve like 80, 90 miles an hour. It's Texas. That's the speed limit. It's big time out here.
Yeah,
So
sure.
I see a guy, a cop pulled over a car. Cool. Happens all the time. You might have been speeding. You're the bad luck person. Sorry. But all of a sudden, 2 cars ahead of me, there's an 18-wheeler on the left-hand side. I'm in the right-hand lane. There's 2 lanes. And a tire flies off of the 18-wheeler's fucking car. Yeah. And I'm like, holy shit. I kind of like swerve a little. It didn't get close to hitting my car. Like I didn't have a near-death experience. But that tire went straight for the police officer pulling over that person.
Jesus.
Dude. When I say I was looking in my rear view trying to see what happened, I think they got hit. Either the door got hit and helped them somehow, or they got hit and smushed by the door because that tire was going 80 miles an hour backwards.
Yeah.
Or inertia led it one way. I don't fucking know. I'm not a physicist. But I went home and I got to the campus and I was like Googling accident on 35 with cop and tire. I couldn't find anything, but I swear that person got annihilated, and that's scary.
That tire was probably thinking ACAB. So anyway,
hold on, maybe, but hope everybody was okay, including the tire. You know, and we patched it up. And we were okay.
We got to pray for that.
We got to have a happy story out there.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
All right,
so anyway, we got the juice pick.
Well, yeah. So what it's KC Time does for his juice parlays, he picks 6 whole new picks, and they're usually kind of outlandish.
Yeah.
Since he's in Australia, if he has not picked an Australian rules football game, I'd be surprised, but we're about to find out. What I do is I just had 3 picks on him at HGH because my HGH is going to hit. I have conviction. I'm like secure in my picks. So.
Yeah, these juice picks.
Give them to us. Give them to us raw, Frankie.
I will give it raw.
Breeze through it.
Yeah. So we've got.
I will give it raw.
I will give it raw. Yes, sir. So we got the over 47.
Okay.
Florida State at SMU.
Florida State and SMU have to score over 47 points. Very good. I think that's going to happen.
Negative 110, right?
Okay. Yep.
Then we got Western Michigan money line
against
Marshall.
Oh, easy dub. What's the odds on that?
Plus 185.
Wow.
Which
that means that they're not favored.
Is that for Michigan or Marshall?
Marshall's supposed to be winning by a lot or more. So
he's for Marshall.
So he is betting the underdog.
Which is good because he's been playing.
I also think that's
Marshall.
a good pick. Western Michigan has a really good head coach. Marshall's been, I don't know why they're favored so heavy, but I'm also not been watching college football like that. So
I'm just primarily thinking about his
NCAA team.
His NCAA Marshall team.
What do you know about Marshall? Have you ever heard anything about Marshall?
We Are
Marshall. Did you watch the show, the movie?
Oh, dude, yeah, of course I watched the movie.
Then.
Yeah,
there's no surprise there.
Dude, the coach from the coach from that movie was the same guy from Lost. You remember?
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that I know there's a lot of great actors in that. Like obviously there's what's his name?
What's his name? Such a great actor, you know.
Well, McConaughey for sure, but Irregardless.
Keep it rolling.
Yeah, keep it rolling. So we got Ball State plus 19 spread at James Madison.
So they're supposed to James Madison's supposed to smoke them, which they just smoked North Carolina. So I see why you made that pick.
Right. Negative 110.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Okay. Under 45.5 on Army at Temple.
Army at Temple. That's fair. Neither of those teams known to be offensive juggernauts, but
yeah, negative 110 on that one.
Yep.
Georgia, negative 2.5.
Ooh, they're playing Alabama.
Yep, at Alabama.
That line's moved a little bit, so that's a good pick right there. It's moved to -0.2 or -2. So.
And then finally, Illinois at Penn State, plus 17.5.
I don't know anything about those two teams, so I can't comment. Can I see the screen? Did he list how much $10 will get you?
Yeah.
Okay,
actually.
That's what we need to know right here.
So $10 total payout is $7,200.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. He bet something else because it's not 7,000. The odds don't add up to that.
No.
No. He has other things in there. He just screenshotted this. Okay. I can't tell you the exact odds, but I would surmise and I would guess around $500-$600 with the picks that he had in there and the odds. And I'm gonna give you mine now. So you know my HGH picks, and we're gonna go run through the juice parlay, the rest of it. This is a favorite pick, but I have to pick it. Manchester City. Premier League started in full force like a couple of weeks, maybe months ago. But they just played Arsenal. Manchester City just played Arsenal this weekend. They tied. The top two teams in the league just tied. What that means, they both just get 1 point, and it goes to the standings. So it's a good thing for both teams realistically. Man City almost lost, but they pulled it out. Some people tell you thanks to the refs, but I think it's like the Chiefs treatment. If you're the champion, you get some treatment. You get some preferential treatment as part of what you did. I think they're going to beat Newcastle. Newcastle's a great team, though. I have no, I think we could lose, but coming off a 2-2 tie, it's kind of disappointing. They're going to come out swinging. So, and they're missing Rodri, as you know him for Man City.
Yeah.
Best center defensive mid in the world from Spain. Yeah. He's 27 years old. And he's fucking amazing.
Rodri.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll take that too. And then I'm going to take it to La Liga. So I'm going to take it to España, to Madrid, you know what I'm saying? And I took the money line. Celta Vigo is playing Atletico Madrid, not Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, so the red and white stripes. And Griezmann and all those other guys in that team, they're going to beat Celta Vigo. Tough game, but I think they should do it. It's no biggie. Now, this one, I fucking hate Texas Tech mostly because of it's Casey time, and he's not here right now. So I'm going to let those Raider Rashers know that Cincinnati at plus 3.5 is a great fucking bet. And that's what I'm putting in my juice parlay. Because Cincinnati's probably going to win this game. And they're getting 3.5 points. They can lose by 3 and still win my bet. But I think they're going to win this game. I think that the Tech fans are relying too much on Taj Sparks, whatever his name is. He kept mentioning him. Taj Mahomes, yeah, we wish. But he ain't shit. And Cincinnati's going to shut him down. And their quarterback, Barron, whatever, is not that good. So, fuck that. If you bet $10 on my bet, you'll win $410 come next week. So, how do you feel about the HGH?
I mean, or you could bet on Casey times and you get $7,000.
You don't even know what his reasoning was.
$7,000.
You know what you're doing right now? You're glazing right now. You're glazing his Casey time. You're doing tricks on it. You're taking his role perfectly. You know what? Good for you. You might lose your job when you come back. It's Casey time. You might lose your shit. All right, Matt?
You might lose your job.
Frankie's on your ass, okay? Figuratively and maybe literally in a couple weeks. We don't know. But what I will tell you is this was Degenerators.
Hey, this was Degenerators.
And we did it with In Between Productions, playing a heavy role today because we had our boy out on a nice, beautiful vacation, which he deserves.
Congrats. It's Casey time for taking some time and enjoying Australia, Hawaii, and destroying your internal clock.
Because he's going time zone to time zone to time zone back to wherever.
I mean, but have fun. We're gonna be here talking a lot of shit.
We love you.
We love you.
Even if you don't believe it, we love you.
Yeah, we love you.
Anyways, yes, this has been the Degenerators. I'm Derek the Dude. That's Frankie G.
I'm Frankie G, baby.
Matthew on the ones and twos, and it's Casey time somewhere boxing a kangaroo out there.
Probably.
So shout out. Thank you for joining us. Episode 17 is a wrap.
That's a wrap, baby.
Woo! Hey, we did it.
did it. Hey.